Did you?
How did what? Ooh.
What?
And next, all I need to do is we did it! We're so
Okay.
cool!
Awesome.
I can also be loud. My
Sexy.
roommates aren't here.
For a split second, I thought you had ended the stream at 9 minutes because my Twitch was glitching out, and I was like, wait, somebody can hear us. It's all done.
You did great.
Hey,
Bye, guys.
everybody.
This is bye.
Good work. See you next time.
I'm gonna go hang up this call. I'm
There we
I
go.
can't do this.
Are you still getting an echo? Because that might have been me. Is it good? Okay, somebody says they're still getting it twice and Ian is quiet. Let's see.
This would be the wrong time to say cope. I'm kidding. Let me switch around the sides of these. Did you slide up both things next to the audio thing you had before?
Sometimes Streamlabs is weird.
Is there one labeled microphone slider that you don't have slid up? Because I mean that they can hear your mic. You should slide that up then to the your volume's on. Yeah, so that's pretty sure that puts your volume on.
What instrument? What's a one-handed instrument?
Listen,
Pan flute. I'm gonna do
everyone,
pan flute.
everyone, everyone goes on this learning curve, I promise. I was getting tripped out because I could hear my voice twice. Everyone, everyone can hear. Everyone goes through this learning curve where it's kind of. I'm trying to figure. Okay, hold on.
I
Trying to
had
figure
to
it.
teach a ton of people here how to make a character sheet. Don't worry, you're fine.
Like me.
It's like, do you guys want to do a D&D stream? Yeah. How do I play? I don't know Ian,
Oh
actually.
yeah. You should also
Surprisingly, I don't know where your
in
microphone
audio
settings are.
settings, it might not be connected to the right thing, to the right microphone.
But I think we figured it out.
Let's see. I hope is my microphone on. I think my microphone is on now. I
Rapier,
think
that's a finesse
Is
weapon.
everything good?
I
Do you hear the
Gotta
DM
go.
now?
oh great.
Someone said they could hear Ian.
Hey, they can hear you.
We got it.
Woo! We
We
did
did
it.
it.
We
Whoa.
figured it
We
out.
did it.
It's-
We did it. We did it.
We
Hooray!
did it.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
we
then
did it.
get in the stream. That's a whole adventure.
so I after this excursion, I'm far too tired to stream tonight. So goodbye, everybody. This has been great.
Oh, bye.
see
Bye,
you again.
everyone.
Can everyone
Um,
plug your social medias?
everybody who is here and who has seen us through this difficult time, thank you for staying with us. Uh, we are streaming on Trans Tales, and I'm super excited about this campaign. This is Curse of Todd. It'll be slightly shorter, not as long running as our main campaign as Gender Quest. But I'm super excited. As you can see, we have a cast of all trans and non-binary, all Black creators. It's so I've had an idea to do a stream like this for like since March, and I just, man, executive dysfunction. You know what I mean? But here
No.
we are. Finally got it together. So, why don't we start this off with some introductions? I will go first. My name is Ian. You can find me at Wow It's Ian on all the social media places. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm super excited for this. Who's next? Rin, maybe? Yeah, let's go around.
Yeah, my name is Rin. You can find me at Rinstar on TikTok and the real Rinstar on Instagram and Twitter because Rinstar was taken for some reason. And my pronouns are also she, they, and I just be talking and people be listening for some reason.
I don't know what a round is, so I don't know who's going
I think
next.
Bon Bon is next or Bong Bong. However
Oh,
you say it.
it. Hi, I'm Southpaw. I'm Southpaw. I use all pronouns, and I'm Southpaw on every single social media except on TikTok, where I'm Southpaw Dot, and Roblox, where I'm Southpaw Dot, because someone took my username on
No.
on Roblox. On Roblox of all things,
Oh,
like that's the one place I couldn't get my username. When I changed my username across my platforms, I had everything but Roblox.
Dang, that's the
Yeah,
worst.
dang. Rip.
I've been robbed.
R.I.P.
It's Fiddlewink.
I still don't know who's next.
It's Fiddlewink. Fiddlewink, Pebbles.
Good. I oh, I gave it almost 3,000. The
Um,
ground a bit.
Not,
is
I'm not
anyone else
really
having
hearing.
trouble hearing?
I am.
I am as well.
Oh, can I cross stream this or host this stream?
Yeah, well, now.
That's
Yes,
Much,
It's
much
perfect.
better.
way better,
much
Perfect.
better.
way better.
Gorgeous.
Right. So I'll do it again. um, my name's David. I use they thems. I go by Pebbles3000 on TikTok and then Pebble Crumbs on Instagram. I'm just happy to be here.
Hi, my name is Jack, or you can call me Raphael. I use they and he pronouns. He like as a little bit of spice to the overall pronoun soup that I'm kind of cooking up here. Um, I am resident underscore cryptid on both Instagram and TikTok. And I'm happy to be here. I also, fair warning to all viewers, I have Tourette's. I do funny things with my body and my voice sometimes, but that's okay.
This is awesome, y'all. I would like to inform everyone that thanks to basic human kindness, all four of you have a D4 inspiration currently from redeemed channel points. So we're
Aw,
starting off strong.
Yeah.
oh,
Uh,
sick. I get to add a 1d4 inspiration. I love this.
I think I know what that means.
I do, so if you're confused, just ask me.
Did I write that in the inspiration
Yes,
box?
you do,
Oh,
actually.
nice.
Precious.
I don't know how to feel about being like the one who knows all the things here.
does it make you feel? You definitely know more than the DM. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I should
This
not
100%.
is your
know
chance
what
to pull one
anything is.
over.
I feel I'm not used to like knowing the most about anything or anything like generally important. So knowing the most about this game is definitely a little scary.
This is your chance to pull one over on the DM at every
Ah,
chance
Yeah, if
shit.
possible.
you just say
Go
something,
ahead, just start lying.
odds are I'll buy it.
I'll just make rules up sometimes. Like, actually, we get like 100 points of
Yeah.
inspiration because
Actually, my character
Yes.
can actually walk on water, so
Yeah. I'd like
That
to
is an
cast
ability.
power word kill as a cantrip. That sounds about right. Yeah.
we'll just let that happen. But I actually used to DM for my group because me and my best friend we'd like switch off DMing and stuff because we had
Mm.
no good DMs in our area,
Mhm.
and everyone else who ever DM'd for us, it
Speaking
just
No
of
one
went
can do it, right?
really bad.
DMs,
Yeah.
let's see how good of a DM I am, and
Listen,
let's
as
get
long as
into
you
this.
don't try to kill me at like level 3 with a werebear, I'm gonna be totally chill.
As we begin, everyone is dead. No,
Oh,
this
stinks.
is
Killed by a
Way to
werebear.
start.
Oh
as
no.
as we begin, we are in the party approaches a town, a beautiful old town, the town of Crow Studio. It is a dark and stormy night, and I would very quickly like to ask, slightly unconventionally, for everyone to roll a perception check very quickly.
I got you in
Ooh,
like
wait, I know
one
what dice that is.
second.
Okay,
All
hang
right.
on.
I
What
have
did,
5.
Which
Rin.
which
Perception is gonna
Screenshot.
be your wisdom.
yes,
okay.
but which dice do I
So what
roll?
die do I
D20,
roll?
Okay.
D20.
the
Okay.
biggest one.
Okay, I
All
got
right.
Sorry, is
All
Yeah.
swearing
right.
okay on this stream?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making
Did
sure.
do,
I
Like, just
got
do
a
doing that.
we
So don't.
add
16.
we
Uh,
add to what our natural is or not?
okay, so you roll your number. Like I got a 12, right?
Yeah.
And then I add +2 for my wisdom, which is a 14, and I have a proficiency bonus because I'm proficient in that skill, so I add another +2. If you, I think you may have proficiency in perception,
It
I have
should.
Rin.
You'll see a
14.
little box that says skills, and you should see perception in there. It's alphabetical.
Yes, I see it.
I had made the character sheet Rin is currently using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I do have perception.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna add your wisdom modifier, which is the small number, and +2, which is our proficiency bonus at level 1 through 3.
So 7 plus 4 is 11.
11. I'm not good at math either. Why are y'all making me do this?
I got a 21.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Chariot
Yeah,
team.
that 21 does the wonder. You will notice it is actually not a dark and stormy night. It's actually a pleasant mid evening, but someone has cast an illusion to make it seem as
Ah,
though it's a dark and stormy night, almost as if they were trying to build an ambiance that was not there. To
there's some
spook
candles.
anyone. There's some candles. There's some. It's like this mid this they've really they've gone pretty low budget on this, but they're trying. They're trying their hardest to make this seem like spooky. The crashing of thunder is just a little bit of illusion. All of that dark and storminess. It's actually a very beautiful night there. You can feel the warm summer breeze. You can smell the flowers. You can even hear some night birds starting to chirp a little bit. Um, what has brought you all to this town of Crow Studio is a letter that you received earlier, which has stated, uh, "Please help us. We here in Crow Studio have been afflicted by a curse, a terrible, dreadful, horrendous curse. And you, great brave heroes, are the only ones who can help us stop this curse. The curse of, the curse of, dot, dot, dot." And the letter trails off, which is really weird for a letter that somebody wrote and then sealed and then sent to you, because they definitely finished it. Again, it feels a lot like they might have been doing this for dramatic effect. But as you approach this town of Crow Studio, I would love it if you could all describe your characters for everyone.
Do we want to go in a circle again?
Yeah, we'll start with Rin and go around the same way we did.
Okay, well, I'm Obsidiana, and I am a ranger and a sailor, like a sailor, so kind of a piratey vibe. I'm a half elf. I'm, pretty much in everything for myself. I mean, I might have a begrudging sense of goodwill, but like, I'm generally pretty neutral. And Yeah, I don't know why I'm even in this group, to be honest.
Um, um, so I'm T Bonbon. Everyone says Bon Bon because they always read on paper first and like Bon Bon, and like, okay, I guess it's whatever. Um, Bonbon is a half orc cleric that, for all intents and purposes, does not look too good. You know, they're kind of like, you know how kids they put a sheet over their body and calls it a ghost. Just imagine that with like a hole where the face is and like dark hair there. You can, it's just they're just there in the experiencing.
I love them already.
Would I be next, or
Yeah.
Yes, you are
okay?
next.
Because it shows up differently on my screen than probably the Twitch. But my name is Fiddleweeks Fitzgerald. I'm an adventurer and I'm always looking for an exciting time. I have gelled back green hair, a little fedora with a little tiny feather in it, and a little mustache above my nose that I like to twirl when I'm thinking intently. And I'm just happy to be here.
All right.
It's so befitting.
So my little gremlin dude, he's pretty tall. He's nearly about 6 feet. He's got a forearm crutch that kind of looks like this little guy, and he's kind of just walking along. He does not seem happy to be here. He seems really just not great, not in the best shape. And he's not an unpleasant person, so he'll make small talk with everyone. Um, but he just does not look like this is what he wanted to be doing on like I don't know, a Tuesday afternoon, I guess. Tuesday evening. He's got black not like black. Uh yeah, he's got black sides of his hair like shaved, and the rest is in this like more blondish ponytail that's pulled back, and it's definitely curly. Um, his skin is like this muted brown purple. Um, and he's got two nice fangs like right there. Um, Despite his like grouchy disposition and everything, he's still trudging along with everyone else. But he's very clearly shuffling on the ground. He does not like lifting his feet.
Almost dragging himself forward.
Oh yeah, that is
Beautiful.
exactly what he's doing.
So a party full of just everyone is very happy and excited to be here. um, as you approach Crow Studio, what you see is you see a town center, some older houses and buildings, a pub surrounding this fountain in the town center. And all you've got to go on is this letter. So where would you like to check around to try and just what would you like to do as you get into this town?
Get a mug of ale.
Beautiful,
I
beautiful.
I
I
was
mean
gonna
that
say
Drink
we
that.
head
Let's
to like
head
the
over
bar
if
anyway.
they got a tavern, taverns are a good place to find information and drink beer, which is my primary
yeah.
Yeah,
Bonbon would just kind of
absolutely.
follow the group. Where you guys are just going, I guess I'll come to you. Like, I don't know.
As
I
you
love
all enter the tavern, it is practically empty. There's almost no one there. There's a few stragglers. Most of them look like they've got their heads down on the table, or they're very. No one seems very engaged. It's not a hip and happen and hopping place. There is a bartender, a barkeep, if you'd like to go up to them.
Y'all got it.
that. You
No,
first.
no, 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 you go first.
Okay. So my dude, his name is Orpheus. He's gonna like kind of drag himself up to the barkeep. He's gonna have like the letter that he received, and he's gonna go, "Hello there. Me and a few other people all received the letter. And apparently we are supposed to be here for a curse of dot dot dot. the curse of dot dot dot. That's all we really got. So if you could give us some information on, I guess, what we're supposed to be doing here, or point us in the right direction, that'd be great.
The bartender gets a deeply exasperated look on their face and goes, "Oh, you're here for that? Cool, cool. Hey, Phil!" He hollers into the back. Hey, Phil, your people are here. If you want to come deal with them, and from out in the back pokes a hooded figure, shrouded in darkness, who says to you, "Quickly, quickly, come back here with me. We must discuss the curse.
The curse of what?
The curse of
Of what?
come closer.
Nah, bro.
Orpheus like shuffles closer. The curse of whom?
The curse of Todd." And in the background, someone has cast an illusion to play dun dun dun.
Um,
Me
Ian,
I
can
really
I
like
back?
the atmosphere there.
Uh, Ian, can I ask really quickly, like metagaming for a second? How
Yeah.
old is Todd?
Todd, that's a great question. I don't know how old Strahd is. Todd is
Because
Strahd's younger brother.
his
14-year-old guy on
character
Xbox.
is the son of a vampire. That's how he became a Dampier, and I was wondering if Todd was like his uncle. 'Cause I was thinking maybe
Oh,
Strahd is his dad.
Would you like to have a relationship? Would you like to
I
know
would
Todd and be?
I would love to like vaguely know of Todd. Like Orpheus is an
Todd.
adventurer because his dad is Strahd,
Mhm.
right? And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, you're the son of Strahd. You must love adventuring." And he's like, "No, I'm in chronic pain all the time. Why would I want to do this?" And so he hears like the name Todd, and he's like, "My uncle Todd, brother of Strahd, that guy."
Yes, yes, the horrible, evil, terrible monster, Todd von Zarovich.
I mean, he sent me a pretty nice birthday gift when I was a kid. He can't be that bad, right?
Oh, you know nothing of his evils. Quickly, come back here with me. We must discuss the curse of Todd. Dun,
Are
dun,
we just
dun.
going to follow this wanker in the middle of a bar into the back room of a bar? Is that what's happening here?
I was
I
actually
just
hoping we
bound
could
on
eat.
in. I just walked in. Just no concern in the world.
I'm
I'm,
suspicious, frankly, but I'm along for the ride. I'm just got
I
my hand
mean,
on my pistol.
in my experience, every time someone's telling you to go into a dark room with them, it's not for anything good. So I don't really know if I want to go back there at all. I'll stand outside, maybe, but I don't want to
I'll
be in
come, but
there.
I'm bringing my dagger with me just in case.
You can't hear outside. You need to come inside. We need to hear this invention.
I
Hear
think
about the curse.
you guys can probably come outside and tell me what happened inside. Like that's how information carries. I can just stay
Mm,
outside.
Headed through the
that's a good
grapevine,
point.
Phil.
Uh, so the three of you are following Phil and Bumbo. You are staying outside.
I'm just outside the door looking in, not walking. Like the door's open, just
Is the room like super dark?
It is incredibly dark.
Okay.
There is not a single light. In fact, Phil stumbles as he enters the room.
Yeah,
It's
Orpheus is gonna cast the cantrip light on his forearm crutch.
beautiful,
Now there's
beautiful.
light emitting from this crutch.
oh my
But
god, magic.
as the room lights up, you can see it's a pretty dank room. There's not much back here. It's just storage for the bar. There is a table set up, kind of at the center, with several chairs surrounding it. And Phil goes to sit at one of these chairs, and beckons the rest of you over.
Bonbon is still directly in the doorway, just standing, not coming over the threshold at all, just standing in the doorway.
Um,
I
I'm going to do. uh, Vince is gonna go over, pick up one chair, and go and give it to Boba, so at least they can sit outside
Aw.
instead of
Oh, thank
stand
you
there
so
holding.
much. We like, drag the chair outside the door and sit down. Enter.
Ah, brave adventurers. I suppose you're wondering why I have brought you here. Well, are you prepared to hear of the horrible curse of Todd? Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, sure,
Now,
whatever.
I trust all of you have heard of the evil, horrible, monstrous vampire Todd von Zarovich, feared the world round.
I've heard of his brother, Strahd, my dad.
Oh,
Can I roll an
oh,
insight check just
yeah,
to just to see
yes,
if I know anything about this?
absolutely. You can roll an insight. You can roll a let's say roll a history check to see if you know anything about Todd, and you can also roll an insight check on
Okay.
what he's saying, basically.
Okay. Well, my first insight was 5, so so not great.
Okay.
My second one, okay, 14. That's better.
Okay. Yeah. So you we'll take that 5 and say that's the history. So you have not heard necessarily of this vampire von. You've heard of a vampire von Zarovich, but maybe not Todd von Zarovich. And
Okay.
with a 14, you're a little skeptical of what this guy is saying. Like it seems like he may not be telling you everything totally truthfully. Um,
Mhm.
uh, but yeah, that's what you can tell so far. Um,
All right.
and Phil's like, "Oh, you know Strad, then."
Eh, yes, he's. I'm not really a very known son, you know. He kind of does his thing and blah blah blah. But Todd's my uncle.
Wow! Oh, that is yikes. Ah, okay, this
Yikes.
changes things a little bit.
I,
Um,
I have little relation, so the quest is still on, I suppose. Don't
uh,
let me get in the
but
way.
but he's like a distant uncle. You've never like met or chatted or anything. Yeah, oh, right.
Yeah, I probably saw him once when I was like 3 or 4, but that's about it. Kind of been on my own way ever since, thrust into the whole adventuring game.
At
Right.
4 years old, you're cast into an adventuring game.
Yeah,
Not
That's
games
highly
actual,
That's
for a
special.
but
young.
moment,
like
you know.
kind of. I mean, I'm a damn peer for fuck's sake. They
All
expect
right.
they expect so much. I'm just some guy.
The adventuring world is hard for children.
You
And
can say that in the game.
considering you already know uh, uh, Todd,
The horrible evils. Yes.
the
One
horrible evils of Todd. Yes.
a question. Somebody saying the volume is kind of low.
Ooh,
Just FYI.
is this better? I hope this is better. I turned up the volume.
And that's how I know Obsidian is black. And you're damn right. Not going to dark corners alone. Foolishness.
uh, so, yes, the dark evil lord Todd von Zarovich has placed a curse upon this town, and it must be lifted as soon as possible. That's why we've called you here, because you are our only hopes.
Yeah, it's
What?
okay.
What's it? What's it? What's in it for us?
Ah, yes, adventurers. I expect you to not do this for free. Of course, there will be gold and riches abound, as well as the artifacts of power that you will collect to defeat this vampire lord, which you are allowed to keep for your own selves and your own purposes.
Well, I like the sound of that.
Good enough for me.
What?
Are you still outside the room?
Yeah.
They saying that we will get riches and money and some artifacts of power in
How much?
exchange. Yeah, let me ask, how much gold?
Oh, an amount
You
of
can't get
gold that
scammed.
your DM has definitely thought through before this moment. Shall
Turn
we
back to that
say?
call.
Uh,
Could I get an estimate about what I could buy with said riches?
Uh, it- he says an amount of gold that the DM has definitely decided before this adventure,
Uh-huh.
which I think is a good amount.
Would it be
That's
about the
DM.
amount you would need to buy a horse?
Would
How
it be
many horses could you
How about a
buy
ship?
with the
How
money?
about a ship?
you
I
could
need a ship to get
you
away from
could
this
Or a
buy
ship?
fucker.
ships, horses, fleets. Well, maybe not fleets. Maybe let's have some realistic expectations. But a boat, a horse or two, a horse and a half, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
He says a horse and a half, and like maybe the ship or two.
Ah, okay. About how much on a scale of 1 to 40 adventuring is there? How much
Uh,
effort am I expected to put in?
So many
all
damn
right,
questions. Why don't you come into the room? This is ridiculous.
all right.
I don't like it.
On a scale of 1 to 40, on an adventuring scale,
Party.
how much effort?
Oh, this will be an easy on a scale of 1 to 40. This will be 50 adventure. This will be the greatest adventure of your lives. You will write stories of this. Tell your grandchildren's grandchildren.
What?
It's about
It's
50
I like
adventure
the
on a
sounds of
scale of 1 to 40. We're at the 50.
it's a fuck ton. Get in here.
The bonbon like picks up their chair and like scoots in with it and sits down in front of them. So you want me to do 50 adventuring for the cost of perhaps maybe 2 horses?
He said the horse and a half to be more
A
specific.
horse and a half, even worse.
But they're very fancy horses, I assume. So like
A
they're
horse is
worth
a
more than the
horse.
average horse. A horse is a horse, of course. But I assume we're talking about particularly valuable horses. Otherwise, I don't know why I'd be wasting my time.
What makes a horse more
Finest
you know
horses
what?
in the land.
I'll just rob you. Just kidding.
Oh, oh,
I mean, that's not off the table if he cheats us.
Honestly, we could take the pub.
Mm.
Yeah,
oh
guys.
well. Here's the thing: is my friend runs this pub, and I would really appreciate it if you would not take the pub, like please.
You could pay us a living wage.
We need to
Okay, all right.
unionize.
How does 3,000 gold sound?
That's fair.
sounds great.
Uh,
Now transfer that into horses. How many horses are bought with
A
3,000 gold?
lot
what is
of
your hang up
horses.
about horses?
This is
It's just a good
horses.
monetary value thing, you know? Because if I can buy a horse, I could trade a horse for something else.
Like horsepower, but for money.
Yeah,
Because cars
horsepower,
don't
but for
exist
money.
yet.
Are,
This
are you are you happy you've successfully collectively bargained for your workers' rights? Very very proud of you. This is we've got Hooray Union in the chat.
We are unionizing.
you
You
yeah.
can't play D&D with leftists and not expect us to unionize.
Exactly. You want me to adventure without healthcare?
You
How
do, of
dare
course,
you?
of course, there will be, of course, there will be healthcare. What are we? What are we? Animals here? No, no, no. We take care of our adventurers. We make sure that you are seen to while you are adventuring for us, the town of Crow Studio. Uh,
Do we have vacation pay?
Your
Yes.
PTO?
Yeah. So the way it works is your first adventure, you'll get a week of PTO, right? As well as a week of sick time, which you can take anytime that you would like. I would encourage you to not take it maybe yet, because you've not yet started adventuring. But we do provide those, as well as 3 personal days. No questions asked.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I'm
this is
sounding better.
definitely
Sounding
better than
better.
my last job.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, what are we doing?
Do we
Uh,
make accommodations for those with physical disabilities? Because if you didn't know this, and he like kind of shakes the crutch around.
How accessible?
Yeah,
oh yes,
'cause-
Accessible is
of
his
course.
job.
We have made sure that here in Crow Studio, all of our dungeons are 100% accessible. We have retrofitted them, made sure that they are in accommodation with the Crow Studio with Disabilities Act. We are on top of our game. You've nothing to worry about.
okay, I will accept this as long as it's accessible. I'm alright.
I
Excellent.
suppose.
So I
You're
can take you
sounding
on
pretty
your
sketch.
journey.
I was gonna say you were sounding pretty sketch earlier, but this all sounds legit, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, no, we've
What
made
say the
sure. I
rest
mean,
of
yeah, I mean, like, what do you expect? Like, I mean, Todd was like super nice when he said. I mean, I mean, we here in the Crow Studio were
you?
very.
Mm,
We
mm,
thought this through, and we set things up
Todd
to
was
be very
evil
good.
or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Todd is very evil, very super bad, like bad, but like cool bad too. Like
mm.
like he's like
like he's
bad, but he's also bad. You know what I mean?
like he's evil, but he's not the monster. He's inflicting a curse, but he's not going to go against the ADA.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This is the kind of evil despot that we have ruling over us. Very, very, if you take a microscope to what he's doing, maybe not that bad a guy, but very evil, very evil.
Could I ask what
Fair enough.
exactly is the curse? Because this sounds like he's not that bad of a guy for getting PTO for getting rid of him.
The curse, the what
Yeah, like what is it?
whoa, it's a bad one. Let me tell you that much. It's
Mm-hmm.
right.
What the like
It's
to the is it like the weather? Is
It's
that what the curse is?
yep, the weather and 1,000 years of scorpions and
Take your time.
The
fire.
only one who thinks he's making this up as we go along.
No, because I we walked in and that's a cantrip. Like that's not like a curse. It's like that's a cantrip. Like the rain wasn't touching anyone. Like we're not wet. The rain didn't make any of us wet. So it's like
I'm sorry.
I haven't been
I'm
made
very
wet in a
sorry.
long time. I've been on the sea many, many years.
understandable. I
Uh,
get you completely.
I'm sorry, adventurers, bands of adventurers. I invite you into my town. I promise you riches, and you accuse me of making things up as I go. That's the preposterous. There is a very real curse being put on us by a very real evil. In fact, you will be meeting that evil very he checks his watch very shortly. You will see firsthand the might of Todd. And there's a crack of thunder, which you all assume at this point is not real thunder.
I'm gonna
We've already heard somebody making sound effects earlier, so.
I'm gonna like pull my disability metagaming here and say if it was actually raining, this guy's chronic pain would be acting up like much worse than it normally does. It's like a free detect magic. It's just on like a pain scale of 1 to 10.
uh, and
My bones hurt. Look, it's raining.
as this fake thunder cracks, there's a swirl of smoke in the room, and you see before you appear a dark figure, another hooded figure, because they seem to like hoods here, which stands, uh, hovers over you a bit. He says, "Hello, adventurers, mortals who believe they have the power to face my curse. I am
What?
the dread vampire lord Von Zarovich. Ta."
Uncle Todd?
That was a wonderful entrance.
Oh, oh my god. Oh my
That
god.
Eh,
was
that's too meta.
Orpheus. Oh,
Oh, hey,
oh,
hi.
oh my god. You no freaking way. Oh, the last time I saw you, you were like way down here. And now you're like way up. Oh my god. What? No
Hello,
way.
hello, Uncle. Uh, I received a mysterious message a while ago. And so I was like, people expect this of me anyway. My father's a Strahd. So I go along and I come here and they're like, ah, yes, the mighty and horrible vampire Todd. And I was like, you mean my Uncle Todd? My uncle? Well, it is nice to see you again.
It is
I'm here
so
to
good to see
lift.
you.
I'm here to lift your horrible curse, but pleasant to see you.
Ah, ha, ha, yes. So you are here to lift my terrible curse. Well, let
You're
me
getting
tell
paid
you.
to be specific.
Of course, of course, of course.
I
We pay
don't
we
really
pay
give a damn
very
about
well.
you,
I
to be
mean,
honest.
but you will never be able to collect the artifacts of power to lift my curse. Never in a million years will you hunt down the sword of infinite power, the cape
Sword of
of
Infinite Power,
protection, and the
Cape of
skull of
Protection.
death.
I'm sure
Uh,
if Orpheus acts nicely, you'd probably hand it over.
Orpheus.
Repeat that again. It is
I'm sensing a little
the
vampire nepotism.
sword of infinite power.
Ah, yes, the sword of, yes, you will want to write this down. It's the sword
Yes,
of
yes, the
infinite
sword
power.
of infinite power.
Yes, the cape of protection,
Cape
uh,
of protection.
and the skull of death.
Skull of death. Got it.
Yes, 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 yes,
Skull. What exactly does a skull of death do? It is skulls are just what happens after you die. What is the power there?
Pretty sure
yes.
it's already dead.
Sacred necromantic piece of power. You
Mm.
So
will
is it for?
raise the dead.
I,
Fine.
Are they raised as whole or are they raised as zombies?
They
Yeah,
are,
like do they like fully fledged people or like weird half state of living?
in general, they are raised as zombies for dramatic effect, mostly. But they do get raised as fully formed in the mind, just under my thrall.
So,
And
like,
if with the skull
employees.
we get like an
Yeah, yeah,
zombie
full
army, is
soldiers.
that okay?
We're finding a zombie army.
Are they employees or slaves? I'd like to get some specifics down here.
Yeah,
Well, now,
Like
because
do
hey,
kind
they
of
also
hey,
have
Are
feelings?
if
they
they're
now nobody
if
sells
they're
slaves. Now, hey, now, whoa, 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 whoa. Now,
you said they awake under your
yeah,
thrall,
implies
so
no
I
control.
assume that they're in a non-consensual employment that they're not getting like paid
I mean,
for
in a way,
because you
aren't we all? But still, like, what level of slavery? Normal capitalist slavery or like slavery slavery?
or like
like
you know
I don't want anyone to sit here and think that Todd von Zarovich, evil vampire lord, doesn't properly compensate his employees, right? They are seen to very well, very well. The don't you don't have to worry about that. They make well above the minimum wage for zombies. By the way, I saw to that myself. Made sure that we raised the minimum wage in Crow Studio because it was very important to me that we not. And Phil goes, evil,
You said
evil vampire
the
Lord Von
minimum wage.
Zarovich, evil.
You said the minimum wage for zombies is that lower than the standard human minimum wage? Because
Like I could almost That depends because like zombies are in the state where they may try to kill you on any given basis, but at the same time, if it's
But
alive and
David,
has a
so am I.
pulse, you know, they
I am
should just.
also at a state where I might kill you at any given moment. I have lifted my hand from my dagger this entire time we've been talking. So I'd like to know some specifics about these zombies' working conditions.
Also, someone says the dungeon master's a little bit quiet.
Yeah, I was about to message in chat to make sure the slider next to where your microphone's picking up is all the way up, or if
Uh,
not, um,
it is up
I don't know.
now.
Are you talking real quick?
Is this better? I hope this is better. Uh,
Yeah, it's better.
okay.
Honest running.
I checked myself.
So, brave adventurers, dare you hunt down my relics of power to stop the great evil before you?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I get PTO and like
I
free mental health days. I'll take it.
I have a question for you, Mister. Do you prefer Todd or a different name?
Oh, I mean Todd, Mr. Vanzarovich. It's very flexible around
Okay,
here.
Mr. Todd. The last person we spoke to, I believe his name was Phil. I asked him very politely what exactly the curse was and what it entailed beside the cantrip outside, and he said scorpions, and then a long pause. I forgot the other word, but could you possibly tell me like what exactly is at stake here if we do not fulfill
He
this adventure?
he said scorpions.
The scorpions and then
Oh,
something else I cannot remember.
yes, I guess scorpions and a plague of fire on the lands, the crops cursed to never grow, the people cursed to never prosper, my undead armies cursed to roam the land. You know exactly the kinds of things that you would rehearse saying if you were to prepare an evil monologue or speech. Phil,
I guess
Mhm.
that makes sense.
So is this happening now, or is it like we have a time limit before we had to finish and like discard
Like,
this curse?
are we looking for the artifacts to stop you from doing this, or is it already happening and we have to get the artifacts?
Exactly
in
that.
3 days' time, my curse will be
3
complete.
days time.
Okay, so 3 days. Got it.
So if we get the artifacts after the 3 days, will it still stop, or is that officially too late and we should leave?
It is very important that you get them within the 3 days. That third day really matters. Preferably, you will bring them on that third day, for that is when my power shall be at its peak, and nothing else.
Bum proceeds to turn to the rest of the group. I'm hearing that we have to find it within 1 day and get him while he's down.
Uh,
I'd say that I'm
Orpheus,
hearing.
can you roll for me? Uh, uh,
Absolutely.
I don't know what makes most sense. Maybe a history or something. I don't.
History? I got you, dude. I got you. History, 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 history. This is gonna come on, dice. Give me something good.
Tell me something good.
I died. Nearly fell off my desk.
A good old 27.
19, baby.
19. You recall from your childhood, because your family made some things very important. You recall from your childhood that exactly 3 days time from now will be your Uncle Todd's birthday.
I call everyone in for a group huddle. I'm like, guys, really quick, come in close. We do a huddle. We're doing a black person huddle really fast. Also, by the way, Orpheus like is black, like canonically. He just got really weird skin because he's also a vampire.
His
Well, not
melon was stolen.
exactly a vampire. It's not
Enough.
exactly. He's like more purple. Alright, so I call everyone in for a huddle in like a very hushed tone. I go, okay, guys, so listen, in 3 days, it's actually my uncle's birthday. So I think this is
Oh,
kind
it's
of
wonderful.
like, Yeah, so I think this is kind of like a whole surprise
Still
Todd for
birthday
his
surprise.
birthday. Yeah,
That's kind
I
of
don't
pathetic.
Do
I
you
like
think it's like the treasure hunts that
yeah,
some people
that's kind
do?
of what I'm thinking. I think this is an elaborate birthday thing. So if we can just like maybe play along up until the third day, do the little thing, blah blah blah, gets paid.
We
But
get paid still because that's all that
Yes,
counts.
we
Anyone
do
cares
get
about
paid.
the
We
birthday.
do get paid. As long as we can like stretch this out for like 3 days, you
to
know?
what
Fair enough.
extent do we treat it as serious? Because I don't want to hurt someone who's just playing like a role of the zombie. Can he actually
Like
do the
no,
necromancing thing,
yeah,
or is it just
vampires
like
can
a
do that. Like I'm a vampire. I'm not like a
ah,
vampire, but like real vampires, like Todd and his
okay? So the
brothers.
fighting and all the
They can
work.
do the zombie thing. But other than that, I think we're like, as long as we don't go around murdering innocent people, I think we'll be all right.
So the fighting and the work and the effort is all going to be real, but an act
Yes.
for your uncle's birthday.
Yeah.
Could he not have gone to maybe like an island, perhaps? Maybe take a vacation for
Well,
his
we
birthday instead of
PTO time.
I mean, yeah, but am I gonna continue to be employed by these people playing tricks and jokes?
I don't know. I think we can like I guess use our PTO time and then quit. Like I don't know, but can we just
I'll do it
I
for
Will
mean,
there
can
be
we
money.
sort
cake?
of like
As long as
uh,
we get paid, I'll do it. I really don't give a damn
Are
about
we
anything.
even invited to the birthday party? There'll
I
be
think we're invited to the birthday party because we all got letters which were like, we're the birthday. I turn out of the huddle. Todd, really quick, curious, non-suspicious question. On the third day of this quest, will there possibly be cake involved in this adventuring? There is no reason why I'm asking this.
Oh
I'm gonna
well,
roll
I
deception.
mean,
Can I roll deception?
yeah, roll deception.
I have a +6. Why does I have such a tiny desk space? I want my shit to stop hitting other shit. Okay, that was a 14.
Okay. Yeah. He's a little suspicious, but he says on the third day will there be cake? Well, I mean, it is uh customary for an adventurer on their success to have some kind of a celebration, perhaps with a bit of
Okay,
cake, a bit of chocolate cake, a little bit of three-layer chocolate cake. You know.
I turn back to the huddle. There will be cake. It is
I'm
definitely
in.
a birthday thing.
I'm in if there's cake.
I will avoid commenting on how desperate this seems. No money's back. Like,
The huddle. I mean, his brother's, Strahd.
yeah,
Like, you kind of have something that, like, everyone knows Strahd. I mean,
yeah, but like,
he's Strahd. So, I mean, yeah, we should probably at least humor him a little bit. I mean, he's not the worst guy out there. It could be worse.
Want is something to a new ship to repair the ship that I sunk so that I can get out of here. So
On
if this
the
will get me
ship!
that, then that
sunk
will
a
be fine.
ship.
Listen, that's none of your business. We'll get into it. I won't. I don't. I'm not obligated to elaborate. The point is, I am very in need of a method of getting away from here. And if this stupid birthday, whatever it is going to get me that, then I don't care.
Got
Mm.
you. Got you. We're all in agreement. We do the birthday thing. We get the cake. We go.
Sure.
Well, now I have to shop for a birthday gift. What would the vampire want for their
I think doing all this bullshit is more than gift enough. Let's just say yes and get on with it.
birthday? All right. then. All right. So I turn at.
Oh, I don't
I
hear anything.
yeah, I can't hear you.
Hmm?
Someone's casted a deafness spell. I cannot hear anything.
Spell. I cannot.
There we
There.
go.
I turn out of the huddle. I'm like, all right. So we will do this quest. And we will make sure to specifically bring the artifact in 3 days' time. Like very specifically on the third day, we bring the artifacts when you are at your most powerful.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Excellent. You mortals believe you can defeat me, but I am Todd, the evil Dark Lord, and you shall face the curse of Todd. Beware! And there's another poof of smoke. As Todd. Can you all roll a perception check?
Yes, absolutely.
With the D20 again, and someone
With
said
the
they can't hear anymore.
D20.
Hold on, wait a second.
Oh no.
I got a 6.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oof, I did not
With the
get
D20 again?
Shit, I got a nat one.
I got that one as well.
D20, yes.
7. And then perception is, huh?
Do
You
I
add your wisdom.
That's my
do I get a
wisdom.
bonus on perception?
10.
No, you rolled a nat one, my guy.
10.
Yeah, disappears in a burst of smoke and is gone. And you're left
Oh,
alone in this room with Phil. Uh,
I forgot Phil was here, to be quite honest with you.
he has been speaking
don't
the
don't
entire time.
don't worry. Happens to a lot of people. It's like Phil,
So
where?
were you going to tell me that this was my uncle's birthday in 3 days, or did we have to figure that out using context clues?
And that's
He
messed up.
Phil looks around the room, making sure that Todd is gone. Then he takes off the hoodie. He's like, okay, yes. So it is your uncle's birthday, and we are trying to give him a really cool, fun party where he is.
Aw.
It's kind of elaborate, but it's what he wanted, and it's what he deserves. To
Yeah, I
feel
mean, you
super
do have to
cool.
work really hard to keep up with my dad's reputation of, the most evil vampire, blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
blah.
Yeah, and we just
If
I
you
like
were.
just,
as the town, we got together and we felt like, well, you know what? Let's do this nice thing. Let's do this nice thing for
That's
Todd.
fair.
You know.
I mean, he seems happy enough with it. Triple layered chocolate cake, really going all out with it.
Oh my gosh, you should have seen him the last like week. He has been so excited about this. It brings a tear to your eye. Really warms your heart.
couldn't you have
Mm.
informed us that we were playing adventurer for money and we
Which,
could have come in here with more like gusto and like presentation?
Yeah, well, I didn't really expect Todd's family to be here. I thought we were gonna take you by surprise a little more, but
But did you consider going like wrong? Because like you do realize there are a lot of adventurers who would have like come in here, possibly even like wrecked the town in their attempts to figure out the adventure.
huh?
Perhaps your town would have ended up pillaged rather than being held with a birthday surprise for a old insecure person.
You think that if I hadn't told adventurers that this was secretly just a birthday present, that they might not have figured that out on their own?
yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
it did even take me a little bit of deduction skill to be like, huh, yes, it is my uncle's birthday.
I
Ah,
know of quite a few adventurers who would have seen this setup, thought you were trying to rob them, and then proceeded to burn the entire town down to avoid being robbed.
you know what? I think I've got some adventurers to call, and some messages to make a little clearer next time. But thank you so much for doing this. It really will mean the world to Todd. So, which of these artifacts are you interested in seeking down first? I can give you a path to them, kind of lead your way.
I think I'm most interested in this sword of power, uh, but I'll let you all decide.
I would personally say the skull sounds cooler to hold on to first, and we get the sword in case the sword is used against us in battle.
Third
That's
thing.
fair.
All right. So the skull of death is currently housed on the outskirts of town, in wouldn't you guess it, a graveyard. Um,
Oh, so spooky.
yeah,
That's
right.
terrifying. Can't
Uh,
believe.
we really we care a lot about ambiance here. So
Mm.
if you could go retrieve it past the trials and uh, you know, try and find the skull of death. Uh, that would be super great.
Absolutely. I think that is at least a little bit manageable.
Oh, do we just leave and try to find the graveyard, or we get a map, or
Oh,
Like, is it on
yes,
the north side or the east side? Where are we going?
yes,
oh,
I
is it
can.
part of the
Do
experience to have us wander around?
do you have a map? I can mark a direction.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Orpheus just like pull out a map and hand it
You're
over.
so prepared.
And Phil will circle a spot on the northern outskirts of town, as well as circling where you currently are in the tavern, to show you the way.
It's like a little "you are here" map in a mall.
You are here. It's exactly like that. In fact, he writes out the words "you are here" with a big arrow.
I love that for him.
Helpful.
let's let's go then.
All
If
right, I
that's all
suppose
we
we should
need.
get on, move on.
Yes,
How much is it there?
All right.
I think that we are about ready to move on and go on with this adventure.
Perfect. So you all venture out of the tavern and start making your way to the outskirts of town. It takes you about 20 minutes to get out there walking. When you come to this huge, expansive graveyard, it's like one of the big graves. I think it like if I don't know if anybody knows like Greenwood Cemetery or something in New York, but it's like a huge kind of cemetery thing.
The one in
Um,
DC for all of the soldiers.
Oh yeah,
yes, yeah,
bird shit
exactly.
on my head there.
Yeah, and there's lots of gravestones, lots of big mausoleums. It is now much more. While it's still a beautiful night, it is now later in the night. Uh, so you make your way to the cemetery, and as you approach the cemetery, you see a grave warden. Is that the word? That's not the word. What's a you see a
Or
undertaker?
who? Ah,
Um,
Brave Warden.
that's grave warden just
These,
has a dramatic ring to it.
if these are corpses are capable of, coming back to life, I think a warden would be, reasonable to keep them in check.
Or at least a gravekeeper.
I think
The
an undertaker is the one that does all of the stuff with the bodies before you bury them.
I thought that was a morgue person.
Mortician.
Mortician, yeah.
There's another word for mortician, but honestly, it's been a long time since I put that up.
Ah,
I've been convinced to go with grave warden. So you see this grave warden. Uh, uh, Another hooded figure. Could you roll perception very quickly?
Yes,
Yes, an
yes,
undertaker
yes.
is just another word for mortician, by the way.
We're doing perception.
Oh,
Yes.
perception. Okay.
No,
D20.
stop falling. All skill checks are a
I
d20.
got a 6.
Oops.
Nice, Slothpaw. You got this.
That's my first 19s out of good
Got a
rolls.
9.
D20 and
19.
D20.
I also got a 19.
19.
I got a 9. Yeet.
With a 19. Okay, with a 19, you can see that you can see peeking out from behind this hood are cold stone white bones. And the
Excuse me, Mr. Grave Warden, sir. Do you happen to be a skeleton?
I feel it's rude to just ask
that
someone upon
depends.
first meeting
My
them.
God, Karen, you can't just ask people if they're skeleton.
It's so insensitive.
Your friends are right. That's pretty rude to ask just out of the blue. You know.
Like
They would know
you
their
were
name.
standing here with like a giant hood on your face. We're trying to come find the skull. Um, So I'm just kind of trying to clear my
Think
bases
that
here.
we're
It's
knocking
my
this guy's head off because I'm
no,
not.
but
Oh,
like we could be. I don't know. This is my uncle we're talking about. I don't know what the
I
Lord
also,
shit he
hey,
has planned for his
can I
birthday.
try something right quick? Hey, you over there? Are you a skin person? Hmm. No.
Actually, I'm a dampier, but thanks for asking. I appreciate it.
I'm just saying
Let's
it doesn't
start this
feel
again.
very.
How are you doing?
Thank you. Civilized conversation. I appreciate it. I am doing well. Now, what brings you to my cemetery?
Is it actually your cemetery?
It
Are you
is
done
my cemetery.
offending the person that works here?
We don't need to be
We're looking
offending
for a skull.
anymore.
I am just asking. Cause look, if
First,
it
you
is
asked if they're a skeleton,
no,
then
no,
you
no,
say,
no,
"Do
no.
you own
Listen,
the
listen, listen,
cemetery?"
listen. If it is this what are your pronouns, good dearest
Hmm.
person?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Ne-
Thank you for asking. I've actually been experimenting a little bit with they them pronouns lately.
okay,
So thank you. Thank you very
okay.
much for asking.
All right. 1 second. Okay, assuming that this is their cemetery, right? I would feel less bad knowing that this is what they got into, and then in the case of like a battle or something, like having to rough the place up a little bit. If it is not their cemetery, I don't know who owns this place, and I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. Cause like, what if they're the employee of the owner, and then under their watch, this place gets trashed up? I don't want them to get in trouble.
But in that mindset, no matter what, if we ruin the place, someone's pay is getting docked because it's on someone's watch.
Yes,
So,
but it's different if it's an owner or an employee. I have sympathy for
well,
fellow
if the
employees.
owner has employees of any kind, they're gonna dock their pay because they had to pay for the
Exactly. So I want to,
damages.
if they are an employee, I want to be a lot nicer. I don't want employee pay getting docked here.
It's gonna dock if you break things.
What if it's a
Well, then
small
I'll
time
What?
owned
I,
Hey,
business?
what? Hey! Who are you, and what is this?
you
yes.
call me rude.
But this is different.
I never denied being rude.
My name is Maxwell, or it was in life. Now I stand
I'm
here
so
as the
sorry.
grave warden. Oh no, it happens. We've all got to die. But I actually feel very lucky to be a pile of bones walking around. It's like immortality is kind of nice. Life after death. It's nothing to worry about. But this is my cemetery. I am the grave warden here. Uh, I take care of the tombs. I see to all of the employees and undertakers whose pay might get docked if you mess things up. Just saying.
Yes, so that is why I'm asking clarifying questions. Also, how dare you threaten to dock the pay of your employees for something that other people did? That's not fair. You are hurting the wages of your employees, possibly bringing them below a livable wage because of the actions of other people.
I actually have a question. Do your workers have a union?
Yeah,
Uh,
do we need to unionize for you?
they do have a union. The skeletons union is actually very strong around these parts.
That's good to hear. I'm very glad to hear that.
I hope they get you.
Hey, I mean,
Well,
they're rich if they
that
are
was
bones.
uncalled for. I'm just trying to have a civilized conversation here
You
with
are
you.
threatening to dock the pay of your employees in front of us, and
That's
you
not
expect
civilized.
to sit here and take it?
You know what? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You all walked up to my cemetery, right? I'm sitting here minding my own business, and here along comes these four randos, starts yelling at me about, "Hey, are you a skeleton?" Whoa! First of all, kind of that was a little out of pocket there, but whatever.
Admit to that.
I'm not gonna hold it against you. Then you start disparaging how I run my business over here. It's just like yeah. I just maybe we could take it down a notch. Just like maybe we could.
I understand,
So
but we are
where we
very
can find?
passionate about workers' rights.
Do you know where we can find the Skull of Power or whatever the fuck it's called?
Oh, you're here for the skull of power. Well, many brave adventurers have come this way for just such an artifact. What makes you
God.
different? Hmm?
We got
It's my
paid.
uncle's birthday in 3 days,
Oh
so
shit!
it
I
kind of
will
has to
stab
be.
you.
No way! Oh, oh, Todd is your uncle.
Yeah,
Oh, get out of
that's my uncle.
town! Wow.
I wish I could. No, but it's his birthday in 3 days. We kind of, it's a little bit different. We gotta figure out where this is so we can bring them all on the third day for his birthday.
Right,
Trying to get to
right.
stab anybody, or is vampire nepotism going this whole adventure? Just like
Yeah. Because if
So
anything,
if I
we
I,
could
am
probably just
clear here, you are the adventurers who are here
yes,
to take the
for,
skull of death.
obviously.
yes, for Todd's super evil quest that is totally not the Sky's birthday plot.
Good to know. Good to know. Hate to have to do this to you. You seem like nice people, but I'm going to have to stop you. Skeleton men! And two more skeletons rise up from the ground. Uh,
Diana get your knife.
Finally, some fighting.
and I would like you to roll for initiative.
Is
Alright,
that also a
perfect.
D20?
Also, yes, it's a d20 plus your dexterity. Also, I'm so sorry for being like, yo, can I just be Todd's son or Strahd's
No,
son for a
no,
second
it's
here?
great. It's great for flavor. I
Because I
love it.
was like, I was thinking about it. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm just the son of some random vampire. But I was like, how awkward would it be to like walk into a town and find out that you're about to celebrate your uncle's birthday? Like, how weird would that be?
I
So
Come
am
on,
such a huge fan
initiative
of
plus
initiative.
this.
dexterity.
Initiative, no. Rin, you already have your thing. So you roll the d20, and what's in your initiative box, that's what you add, and that's your dexterity. Those two numbers are normally the same until they're not, but we're not getting into that because no one has that yet.
So we're adding
I
No.
initiative to whatever d20.
Yes, roll d20,
Okay,
add the
I
number
did.
in the initiative box. I need to figure out how I'm going to roll dice on this table without them nearly falling off.
I have a little box. Also, I got in that one.
So I've got a 19.
Nice, Slothbot. I got a 21. I got a 21.
Let
oh
me change what
nice.
dice I'm using because it's starting
I
to
got
look
a
a bit
12.
grim.
So we got
Is
uh
19 the one in the little box now?
um no, you don't change what's in the little box. The DM remembers what your initiative is.
Okay. I don't have anything
So
in the little box. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, neither
who?
do I.
Orpheus, that was a 21.
Yes, I got a
Uh,
21.
Obsidiana had a 19.
Correct.
And what were the other two?
It was Fiddlewink Fitzgerald with a I believe a 6,
A 12.
Okay,
a 12, and Slothpoth rolled a 1.
okay.
I switch out what dice I was using and immediately backfired, so I switched again.
And what was
Alright.
Fiddle
Um
and Bond. Bond.
I'm
Okay, so
keeping
up
track
first.
somehow.
So the order is going to be Orpheus, Obsidiana, Skeleton 1, Skeleton 2. Uh,
Yeah. Hey,
uh,
you don't have to tell us that.
oh,
You don't have to tell us that. Sometimes we just find out when the enemies go. When the enemies
awesome.
go.
The
It's
first,
okay.
then the first up in the order is Orpheus.
Yeah. All right. So I'm up first. I normally keep running track. So what I'm gonna do
Running the
is
track
where the
star.
all right. So where the skeletons like laid out in front of me? Are we all kind of in one line, and the skeletons on a line in front of us?
Dave. So the closest skeleton to you is this guy, this one who you've been talking to, and then behind him, kind of in a triangle, have popped up these two behind him.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So we're fighting 3 skeletons, and we can totally do this because we're so cool. Why won't this erase? Oh, that's part of the sheet. That's so nice. So neat. So funky fresh. Do 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 do. I think I'm gonna choose that. Look at me getting out my fucking book like a nerd.
Oh, by the way, Ian, I think I lied. I actually rolled a 14. Did I say 19?
Yeah, you said 19.
Yeah, it's a 14.
A 14. Okay.
Because my initiative is 4. I was looking at the wrong box.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome. So up first is Orpheus.
All right, so I'm gonna to the guy who I asked who is a skeleton, if he was a skeleton, I am going to cast Vicious Mockery. It's a bard cantrip. Um, so you actually have to roll, Ian. The skeleton has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Did I figure out my fucking spell save DC? Holy shit, I don't think I did that. While you do that, I'm gonna really quickly figure out my spell save DC.
I
It's 8
assume that a
plus
5
2.
doesn't save.
No, and also my spell save DC is a 14. A 5 does not save at all, so I'm gonna roll 1d4 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll that it makes. So it's gonna
Gotcha.
roll twice and take the lowest. Alright, let's go D4. Let's go.
And that didn't sound like Chinese to me.
Sorry, which one are you attacking right now
3.
again?
I'm attacking the one that I was like slightly rude to at the beginning and the one who's
Okay.
doing questionable business practices. I rolled a 3, so it takes 3 damage.
3 damage.
Thank you.
Okay. Awesome.
I need to figure out where I'm gonna put my spell save DC, because I don't actually have a page for that.
Are you doing anything else this turn?
Um, no, I'm not. That is the end of my turn. Wait, I lied. I'm gonna move back like a few feet. Then it's the end of my turn. Like, I'm gonna move back like 5 feet.
Okay. Um, excuse me. Sorry.
You're not excused, actually.
Dang. Well, rip. Up next is the first skeleton. That is the skeleton that you had been speaking to. And they are going to attack. You've just stepped back, Orpheus, so they are going to
Yeah,
attack
5 feet.
uh, Obsidiana.
To attack
And
me.
they have disadvantage on this. So where's the d20?
I think the game may have frozen on the Twitch side, just FYI.
Oh no.
Alright, let me check it out.
Oh yeah, it has. Oop.
Oh boy. I
That's
don't
not
know
great.
how to fix that short of trying to stop and restart.
It might just be a lag thing.
No, I'm looking at Streamlabs. It's frozen on Streamlabs too.
Yeah,
Ah.
we are all frozen on.
Okay, I'm gonna try and restart Streamlabs.
Okie dokie.
So I don't know if people can hear us, but we're gonna go. We're gonna the stream is gonna end for a second,
And then come back.
and then
So just
come
like
back.
refresh it a bunch
I'll
of
type that
times.
in chat
They
if
can.
I
I think they
Cool.
can.
can hear us.
I
Cool.
They
think
heard
maybe
us.
they can.
Yeah.